For the last time, I'm pretty sure what's killing the crops is this Brondo stuff.
But Brondo's got what plants crave. It's got electrolytes.
So wait a minute. What you're saying is that you want us to put water on the crops?
Yes.
Water? Like out the toilet?
Oh, well, I've never seen no plants grow out of no toilet.
Hey, that's good. You sure you ain't the smartest guy in the world?
Why don't we just try it, okay? And not worry about what plants crave.
Brondo's got what plants crave.
Yeah, it's got electrolytes.
What are electrolytes? Do you even know?
It's what they use to make Brondo.
Yeah, but why do they use them to make Brondo?
But Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolytes.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another YoJoeJerk toy review. I'm your host, Glob Shillman, and today we'll be looking at the G.I. Joe Classified Snake Eyes. Alright, let's take a look at this generic box. It's got all the frills of boring. On this side of the package, number, battle stats, QR code. On this side of the box, more generic artwork. 164! On the back of the package, we get this nice digital render. Just a Snake Eyes head. Non-removable throwing objects. Battle stats, legal shit. On the bottom of the box, you got your legal mush and your barcode. Let's get this open. I got Tiny Ward Cleaver. Cut, pop. Initiating pull-out game. And that one was pretty smooth. Here's your quick look. Woo! And let's take a look at this figure. And you know me, gang, head sculpt first, and for what this is, I really fucking dig it. A lot of people don't like this design, but I'm a fan. I've always liked it. I work at a toy and comic store, so I've seen this vintage figure in a bunch, and I've always thought it was fun. The sculpting's all there, the paint is dialed in perfectly, the color match is there, the faceplate has more detail than you would think, and I was really worried about the top of his head, but in hand it looks really good. The built-in goggles have nice texture and detail all the way around the back. Now here on the neck you can see that they sculpted what looks like part of the mask down there. I actually really like that. The head doesn't get that much movement, it does not look up too good, it looks down okay. So down at the feet, these are reuse from my boy Ralph or Nunchuck. They look good, paint's good. Now this is where it gets fun. Up here on the fucking greaves, they look fucking amazing. I like this. It's very fucking subtle, but there's sculpting in there, and then they have the texture up here, and if I turn it around, the whole thigh is textured, and there's a nice glossy paint back there. They also snuck in a swivel joint there, so I like that. I always love when they do those boot cuts. Now, on the side of the legs here, he's got a nice little blue stripe running down the side, and I really can't pin down these legs. They might actually be new. But whatever the case, they look really good. So up here on the thigh, we got all these little throwing knives. Now they're just sculpted in, but they got deco. There's silver on the top. Handles are red. I like that. Over here on the left thigh, we got a pouch and the worst holster I've ever seen. This thing is just flapping in the wind. I don't know how anything can be held down by it. Up on the diaper, we got this built-in belt system. Looks really good. Got some pouches, got some gray there, some sculpted in overlap. I like that. At the waist, he's got a ball and he can move around pretty good. It's not too bad. I'm pretty sure there's a crunch behind this, but you will never get to it. Overlay looks really good. I like all the gray, the black, nice texture, nice sculpting, and then the undervest with all the texture and the black paint. That looks really good. Around to the back, just more texture, some paint. It does look really good for how simplistic plastic it all is. So at the shoulder, you get a butterfly, goes back pretty far, goes forward, not too bad. Bicep swivel, you got double jointed pinless. And then down here at the gauntlet, they actually gave you swivel. And I like that they have been adding these to the new Joes. Cause like, my boy Ralph got done dirty, like that ain't ever moving. So I hope one day we're gonna get another nunchuck with some upgrades. But this shit ain't about nunchucks, so let's continue. So we got some writing here, nice glossy paint, more texture on the under gauntlet. On this side, they just tried to match the paint. And then he comes equipped with some trigger finger hands. And then the same thing on the left arm, except for we get some different symbols there. I'm not gonna pretend to know what that shit is. All right, let's go over this loadout. We get these two swords that we have gotten a million times, but they do have some nice deco. They got a black handle, silver paint with a red trim running down the blade. We get this machine gun we've gotten a million times, but it does have nice red deco, and actually the plastic quality is really good on it. Standard ninja backpack for the swords. Nothing new, we've gotten this shit before. And this grappling hook, which is very reminiscent of the vintage one. The vintage one had those stupid grappling hook backpack shooters, so it's fun that they put it in. Also, this is not a new accessory. This came with the Arctic Missions Storm Shadow, so just some reuse of something old. And here he is with the swords. They fit in the hands really good. They kind of complete all this, so I'm not gonna complain about it. Now, here is the running theme problem for G.I. Joe Classified lately. These pegs are too short to get into the back properly, and they just fucking fall off. If a wind just hits it right, it falls right the fuck out. So it just kind of sits in there. I would recommend just putting a little bit of a paper towel over this and jamming it in there, and it'll probably keep it in there good. Here you go with the swords, and once you futz with this, I mean, you'll get it to hold a little better. But this looks really good with the swords on his back. And here's your grappling hook. I'm not gonna fucking unwind it because I don't like this accessory. I don't like ropes and shit that much. And this thing was generic the first time around. It feels generic now. And there's no place to put it on the figure, so it's going into the weapons bin, never to be seen again. And here he is with the machine gun all posed out. And honestly, everything is right in the world. This looks really good in his hands. The deco on there, the red, just really brings it the fuck out. And yeah, with the sword on his back, you get one in his hand, you get him in a crouch, and I am just feeling that Snake Eyes action. Like I said, the ultimate bummer with this fucking holster is that it's just a flap of plastic. So you kind of gotta wrap it around the gun and just let it sit. If I shake that, it's gone. This is fucking worthless. Like, you should have just invested in a little bit more plastic. And here's a quick look of all the different Snake Eyes bucks that Hasbro has made. We got the original one. I've kit bashed him a little bit with some other ones to get all the shit I like on it. And over here, your retro carded version, which I still love. Like, this one looks straight out of the comic book. And then they did their classified version, which to me, I still think this is one of my favorite versions they've made. It's an homage to this and a classified up version. So like the texture on the clothes, the upgraded web gear, but all in all, it fits in with the rest of it and it breaks up the monotony of the rest of it. That's why I kind of don't mind this doofus, because at least he kind of breaks it up and it's a fun color scheme. So to me, he fits right in. And for size comparison, we have him with Nunchuck and Scrap Iron. We got Storm Shadow and Big Boa. And last up, we got Gung Ho and the Rage Viper. So at the end of the day, and my final thoughts on Snake Eyes are, I don't know, there's just something to this design and color scheme. Other than the figure, the loadout is total fucking trash. They really didn't put much into that. But the figure himself, the more you play with it and pose it and throw it in with other Joes, it really is a great fucking figure. I gotta say, the fucking gun holster is probably the worst one in G.I. Joe Classified. It's a fucking insult that they even tried it. Besides that, I'm a pretty happy jerk. And that's all I got this time. Peace.
people.
I'd like to thank you for stopping by, and I'll catch you on the next review. Woo.
Holy fuck! That was diabolical!
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe!
It's painfully obvious to me that you have no idea who you're dealing with here. You see, I am a fancy lad.
I wouldn't know what to do with one if I caught it. You know, I just do things. Everyone can eat shit! A big bag of shit! I'm the greatest man in the world!
Let's go blow this guy.
She's dead. Wrapped in plastic.
You know, Jim Tobleson said they had to call in a hostage negotiator. Yeah, well, Jim Tobleton's a fucking chatty cat.
The f*** is this? Your work's not there, butthorn! McBain! Yeah!
They sucked his brains out. What a piss.
Oh! Great Odin's Raven!
That's just awful! How terrible! Oh no! I'm going to hell! Nobody cares!